Sports South.
How exciting is this?
First, we break down all the weekend matchups on the new college football show at 7 on Fox Sports South. Then, Marshall battles Memphis at 8 on Sports South.
Tennessee, number 3 in the country, leads Pepperdine 36-21 here at halftime on opening day at Thompson Bowling Arena. Bob Kessling, Debbie Antonelli back with you. Debbie, this Tennessee team has so much potential, but it seems like in this first half they're still trying to figure it out exactly where all the pieces fit.
You know, I was so anxious to see Ariel Massengale play because I wanted to see what she would do and how she would impact the flow of the offensive system. With her 2 fouls, she had to sit, so we really haven't had a chance to really evaluate that yet. But I think the ability to overpower inside is something that Tennessee has got to take advantage of. This is a quick Pepperdine team. This is an experienced team that understands what they need to do to be successful. In terms of a barometer, this is a terrific measure for Julie Rousseau's team. I really like the way Pepperdine has spread them out and try to take them off the bounce and take advantage of their quickness.
Let's look at the SEC preseason media poll. Tennessee right on top, followed by Kentucky. Debbie, tell us how you think this thing's going to shake out.
Well, Tennessee, clearly, I think after last year going undefeated in the league and winning both the regular season and the tournament, would clearly be the top pick. I like Kentucky with Samari Walker becoming eligible in December. And then Georgia, I think the way that Andy Landers has this team hungry and ready to play with Jasmine James and Jasmine Hassel inside, I think that's a very solid team. I'm anxious to see what Nikki Caldwell can do at LSU, and I do not think that Ole Miss is going to finish last in the league.
As for the first team All-SEC, Shakina Strickland from Tennessee is on that first team squad, along with Glory Johnson and Megan Simmons.
I think one team that has a chance to make a lot of improvement this year is Arkansas. And, I already mentioned James and Mathis, but LaShondra Barrett has been a player that's on the Wade Trophy watch list. She's a very good player. 3 from Tennessee. Stephanie Holzer, a true big on the inside for Melanie Balcom's team. But Kentucky won more games in the SEC than they ever won. And then teams like Auburn and LSU last year go 8-8 in the SEC and do not get into the NCAA tournament. Only 4 teams got in. I think the SEC would like to see 5, potentially 6 this year, but they've got a lot of work to do.
You know, and also you mentioned the fact that Vicky Baugh, who is now one of the leading players for Tennessee, wasn't on that All-SEC team, so it shows you that Tennessee pretty much is loaded, at least according to the people that picked the polls. Glory Johnson is an All-SEC player, and she looked like it on this drive, helping Tennessee to the lead here at halftime. 36-21 over Pepperdine.
I love this game. This tradition. The energy. The drive. The fever pitch. This game is about teamwork. Are you ready?
Dish Network, the official satellite TV provider of your Tennessee Vols.
How do I celebrate the holidays? Oh, I come to the mall, talk about Ford. Have you actually been in an F-150 before? Ranked highest in initial quality.
Where can I get one of these? These are nice.
EcoBoost engine in the F-150.
The power of a V8 with the fuel efficiency of a V6.
I really want to drive this thing, man.
I'm impressed. I take it right up here, hit the food court.
Now, get F-150 with up to $7,500 in total savings. Visit shopfordnow.com for more great offers.
It's a year-end celebration. I would go to the Ford dealership, honestly.
State Farm, this is Jessica.
Hey, Jessica! Jerry Newman with a policy question.
Jerry, how are you doing?
Fine. I've got a little fender bender.
Oh, Jerry, I'm so sorry. I would love to help, but remember you dropped us last month.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. It only took 15 minutes to sign up with that new auto insurance company, but it's taken a lot longer to hear back.
Is your car up a pole again?
I miss you, Jessica.
Jerry, are you crying?
No, I bit my tongue.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
Growing up, I couldn't wait for Dad to get home to play catch, though eventually Dad just quit playing. He said the pain in his shoulder was too much. Now I have a son of my own, but it seems I've inherited one of Dad's bad shoulders. I just hope I don't disappoint my boy.
You don't have to let pain keep you from doing the things you love. Tennessee Preferred Medical can provide a solution for your discomfort. Same-day appointments are available. Call Tennessee Preferred Medical and start living your life again.
No one's quite sure when boys turn into men, or if they ever do. And although we never had a choice on how we entered this world, we do have a choice on how we leave. If you've ever considered cremation, consider this. You can still have a funeral. you can still have a memorial service. That way, everyone you ever said hello to will have a way to say goodbye. Rose Mortuary, a friend of the community since 1884.
Join the conversation now and follow us on Twitter.
Halftime at Thompson Bowling Arena. Lady Vols lead at 36-21. It was Tennessee's defense that really helped Tennessee get this lead. They really made it hard for Pepperdine to run its offense.
I really thought it was their board work on the offensive glass that made a difference and allowed them to stretch a little bit of their lead. Megan Simmons then came off the bench and provided 9 points in a time where Tennessee was really struggling offensively. Massengale picks up those 2 fouls, and I thought Tennessee looked like they weren't sure what they were running, weren't in sync, and it could be the first game. You know, you got to say that. I mean, they've only played 20 minutes, but I think there's certainly all the pieces are there. They just got to figure out how to put them all together.
Looks at the stats in the first half as the Lady Vols lead it here, and they shoot 42% from the floor. Pepperdine just 26%, and Debbie 0 for 7 from three-point range.
Well, Pepperdine has only had 4 different players score in the basketball game, and if you're going to upset the number 3 team in the country and come into a place where only 10 teams have ever won, you've got to make your free throws. You got to continue to take care of the basketball, which they're doing a good job of that, and they're hanging in on the glass. It's just the Tennessee size that is tough to deal with. But I really like the way Julie Rousseau's team competed. They were prepared. They spread Tennessee out. They got a pretty good game plan in place.
But it was Tennessee's bench that outscored them by 16. That's the difference in the game in the first half as Tennessee has the lead. Jasmine Jackson had a strong half for the Waves as Jackson came along with 8 points, but her team is down by 15.
Texas Pete wing sauce.
Bird brains.
You're tuned to Tennessee basketball, brought to you by Dish Network, the official satellite television provider of the Lady Vols. Catch UT Hoops in HD with Dish Network. By Eastman Chemical Company, promoting sustainability. Remember, good sports always recycle. And by Verizon, official wireless provider of the Lady Vols.
Why join the Y? The YMCA offers members everything they want in a health and fitness club. If you're young, a senior, or somewhere in between, the Y is a program just for you. The Y has state-of-the-art fitness equipment and programs that improve your cardiovascular health, build muscle, or you can just have fun and make new friends. The Y is more than a health club, putting Christian principles into practice that build a healthy mind, spirit, and body for all. Call today or visit online at ymcaknoxville.org.
How do I celebrate the holidays? Oh, I come to the mall, talk about Ford. Have you actually been in an F-150 before? Ranked highest in initial quality.
Where can I get one of these? These are nice.
EcoBoost engine in the F-150.
The power of a V8 with the fuel efficiency of a V6.
I really want to drive this thing, man.
I'm impressed. I take it right up here, hit the food court.
Now, get F-150 with up to $7,500 in total savings. Visit shopfordnow.com for more great offers.
It's a year-end celebration. I would go to the Ford dealership, honestly.
Gas prices are coming down, and that can mean only one thing. Fuel bucks are at Food City. Buy groceries at Food City and save money on gas. Save even more on Food City exclusive brands. And the best part is, it's all on your value card. It's the new and improved Fuel Bucks, only at Food City.
Rocky Top echoing through Thompson Bowling Arena today. The Lady Vols lead 36-21 here at halftime. Megan Simmons was the spark off the bench. She had 9 points to lead Tennessee to this first half advantage. Second half coming up between Tennessee and Pepperdine.
lot of talk out there about who makes the most dependable truck. Well, talk is cheap. Here's a fact for you. The Toyota Tundra received J.D. Power & Associates' most dependable large pickup 6 years in a row. Now that's a statement no other truck can make. Lease the 2011 Tundra Double Cab for $339 a month, plus get $1,000 customer cash. The full-size Tundra from Toyota.
When your health is in jeopardy, it may not be just one problem. One issue may affect another. But in an academic medical center, a wide range of medical specialists are available 24/7 to collaborate with your doctor. It's a unique setting where professional collaboration happens naturally to speed treatment and improve care for every patient. Working together, it's who we are. The University of Tennessee Medical Center, wisdom for your life.
Let's face it, for those we love, higher energy prices are here to stay. Pay a premium price, you deserve a premium product. Premium natural gas home heat. Turn up the thermostat, get fresh air warmth fast. Premium, a gas water heater. Heats water twice as fast as same size electric. Premium, natural gas logs, outdoor gas grill, on and on. In Tennessee, man's best friend is
natural gas.
Almost.
Comcast is looking for motivated sales professionals.
The ultimate power sectional and just in time. Have you seen the squirrel lately?
Ready for the second half as Tennessee, number 3 in the country, leads Pepperdine 36-21. Bob Kessling, Debbie Antonelli back with you at Thompson Bowling Arena. Debbie, what does Pepperdine have to do to get back in this game?
Well, they've got to be able to withstand the early pressure they're going to see. Tennessee is going to be all over them, so they got to look for some backdoor opportunities and not turn it over, and they got to hit some shots.
Spaney on the baseline, misses. Glory Johnson on the boards. Following good. She's in double figures. And that's been the one thing. Pepperdine just has not been able to battle Tennessee on the boards.
Over the top of the pressure. The team that's prepared for the full court presses.
Barnett blows around everybody and gets a layup for 7th point.
See, that's what I was talking about in the first half, Bob, about scoring on the backside of pressure. They're beating the first wave, and then they're looking to attack.
Strickland, good look for Vicky Ball. That's her first bucket of the day.
Usually when Tennessee comes out after the half, their tendency is to power away in the paint. That's what I would expect to see.
The trailer. Bell hits the first three-pointer of the day for the Waves.
Look at Massengill, see the whole floor.
Glory Johnson gets fouled.
That's a terrific pass by Ariel Massengill. A three-quarter court heave to Glory Johnson, who is ahead of the defense.
Foul is going to be on Richardson.
Great play by Glory Johnson to go to her strong, dominant hand.
Glory Johnson at the line, shoots and hits.
I think Tennessee's best defense has been their quarter court man-to-man, but I also believe Pepperdine has done a nice job of spreading them out. They dribble out the clock. There's not a lot of passes in this offense.
Another strong drive by Bell, but that'll be an offensive foul. Wipe it off as Strickland took the charge, and Bell picks up her first foul.
It's a great job by Strickland to rotate and recognize. Massengill beat out front's got those 2 fouls, doesn't want to commit a third. Strickland steps in and draws the charge.
Massengale going to launch. Short. Rebound controlled by Barnett.
Played 7 minutes in the first half, so she should have good legs in the second. They don't make an entry passes to the wing. They're dribble entry, everything, unless they bring the high post out.
Shot clock under 10. Barnett threw it away. Spady intercepts. Gets it off to Strickland for 3.
That's a terrific piece of execution in transition, a drill you do every day. Drive and kick. Fill outside the three-point line, and Strickland drills it.
And Julie Russo said, that's enough for now. Let's take a timeout. And so Shekinna Strickland powers Tennessee to a 20-point lead. 46-26 as the senior out of Arkansas nails the three-pointer.
There's a lot of talk out there about who makes the most dependable truck. Well, talk is cheap. Here's a fact for you. The Toyota Tundra received J.D. Power and Associates' most dependable large pickup 6 years in a row. Now that's a statement no other truck can make. Save up to $7,000 on the 2011 Toyota Tundra Double Cab with 0% APR. The full-size Tundra from Toyota.
How do I celebrate the holidays? Oh, I come to the mall, talk about Ford. Have you actually been in an F-150 before? Ranked highest in initial quality.
Where can I get one of these? These are nice.
EcoBoost engine in the F-150.
The power of a V8 with the fuel efficiency of a V6.
I really want to drive this thing, man.
I'm impressed. I take it right up here, hit the food court.
Now, get F-150 with up to $7,500 in total savings. Visit shopfordnow.com for more great offers.
It's a year-end celebration. I would go to the Ford dealership, honestly.
Recycling is all about responsibility. You're never too young, never too old, never too busy to help the environment, no matter who you are. Be a good sport. Remember to recycle your plastic cover bottle in the Eastman Red Top recycling containers next time you come see UT play. Thanks to Eastman, Coca-Cola, Waste Connections, and Food City. Good sports always recycle. It's the responsible thing to do.
Lead is up to 20. Tennessee leads it 46-26 here at Thompson Bowling Arena on this first big weekend of college basketball. And Debbie, some upsets today in women's basketball.
Look at that. At halftime, we were talking about Arkansas, a team that I expected to finish higher than their preseason pick. Florida State, that's a huge win for Arkansas. Maryland losing twice to Georgetown last year. Plays them at home in a convincing fashion, knocks down the Hoyas, and then California coming east to play a physical Rutgers team. A 3-point win for Rutgers.
Speaking of coming east, Pepperdine is here tackling Tennessee today. Tennessee in a zone now.
Matchup zone.
Jackson penetrates. Kickoff. Bell for 3. Not good, and Jackson will run it out. And did she save it? Yep.
Fresh 30. Lori Johnson at the point of that matchup. Looks like a 3-2. She'll be a terrific rebounder from up there. She'll crash the glass every time.
Minton, a 3-point shooter. Can't get that one to go. And the outlet, Massengale. Quickly, Strickland. Short on the shot. Strickland keeps the ball alive, but it's pried out of there. And Jackson comes up 2-on-1.
Oh, what a great
play. Got a hand on it.
2-on-1, and she gets a deflection and allows her team to set the D. It's a smart play. Little defensive fake. Watch this. She got 2-on-1. Watch how Massengale sized it up. Good hands. A missed opportunity for Pepperdine.
You know, she was so smart. She didn't try and draw a charge or anything. She just tried to defend the basket and did a nice job, not giving up on the play.
Well, that's all you hope you can do is get a deflection so you can allow your team to set their D.
Shot clock under 10. Tennessee man-to-man this time. Bell. Throw a pass cross court. Shot clock violation. Second of the day for Pepperdine.
Time and score right there. A great teaching moment for Julie Rousseau. when they break down film. Bell's got to take that shot. She needed to put a little floater off the glass.
11 turnovers now for Pepperdine. Spaney shoots it short. Rebound, Bell. Quick outlet. Minton going to take it against Spaney, and that's an obvious charge. Minton picks up her third.
Spot throw in.
Vicky Baugh. Interesting inbounds pass, and Tennessee quickly gets to front court. Spaney. That's a three.
Green light, and that's 14 fast break points by Tennessee. 0 for Pepperdine.
For Tabor Spaney, her first three-pointer of the day. We mentioned the fact she had 7 in one of the exhibition games against Union. There's another turnover. Massengale in the middle of that. To Spaney, it's a 4-on-2 break, and Spaney behind the back. Glory Johnson gets that spectacular pass from Spaney.
Well, that woke up the crowd a little bit.
There's that right hand we were talking about behind the back.
You think Pat Summitt's mom, Miss Hazel, back in Henrietta, enjoyed that pass?
She liked that one. Glory Johnson, strong rebound. Gets it out to Spaney. Spaney to Strickland. She'll gun it up.
You got back-to-back threes and a transition basket, and all of a sudden it's an 8-point transition run for Tennessee.
And another timeout called by Pepperdine. An explosive 3 minutes for Pat Summitt's team, as they've really opened up the lead now, 54-26. They just keep putting pressure on you, just keep coming at you. They keep coming at Pepperdine in waves.
No pun intended, I'm sure there, Bob, but you know, the speed factor, their ability to run the floor with size. Remember, we talked early on about the cumulative effect of their ability to wear teams down. They're relentless in their ability to run the lanes. Nice delivery by Tabor Spaney.
That right hand wraparound behind the back. Tennessee on an 18-5 run to start the second half. They've come out much more focused, Debbie, it looks like, in the second half.
One of the things that Pat Summitt talked to her team about yesterday in practice was making a statement. Make a statement today for the rest of the season. I wouldn't say they made a very strong statement in the first half, but they are making one here in the second.
Back to this 3-2 zone. Glory Johnson out front, and Vicky Baugh protecting the basket. Here's a jump shot, a 3 on the outside, no good by Minton. And another rebound goes Shakina Strickland. They've just been very cold from three-point range. Great look again. Spaney underneath the Vicky Baugh.
Run the floor hard, run the floor wide.
Tennessee ball hawking everywhere now.
I just think it's Massengale's presence on the floor, honestly, for a freshman to give everyone else confidence. They know where they're supposed to be, and they're playing their natural position with her on the floor.
Well, let's bring up the point. Massengale didn't get into a flow in the first half because of the foul situation. Now she gets the long Karam. Bounce pass, Baugh. Brilliant break with the left hand.
If you run the floor and you're a big girl and run ahead of the basketball, Massengale's going to find you. But you've got to run ahead of the ball.
Foul on a reach head. That foul going to be on Glory Johnson. But what a spectacular first 6 minutes of the second half for the Lady Vols, as Tennessee now has opened up a 58-26 lead.
Aaron, you're all set.
Great, thanks.
Mike, thanks for doing that discount double check. You saved us hundreds.
What was that?
The discount double check? It's when we comb through your policies to make sure that you're getting all the discounts you deserve.
No, I get that part, but you guys are doing my move.
The discount double check move?
It's my touchdown dance.
So you're a dancer?
No, I'm a quarterback.
Oh, quarterback.
More.
I'm a robot. Get out of here.
Aaron Rodgers got his. How about you?
Rodgers! Discount double check!
Get to a better state. State Farm.
When it comes to winning back-to-back championships, you have to have people that understand the commitment it takes to be a champion, and the people that are willing to come together and make great things happen. When I think about First Tennessee, I think about the people, and I think about their commitment to being an awesome team, not only for this community, but for the University of Tennessee and for the Lady Vols. They are Tennessee's bank.
Tuesday, the Gamecocks head to Elon. Can Jackson repeat last year's double-double against the Phoenix and help the Gamecocks win early on the road? South Carolina, Elon, Tuesday at 7 on Sports South, where the madness begins. All around the South.
Much more going on around the SEC, ACC, and Conference USA.
We're breaking it down.
Why 3? They're hard to find.
With a little personality.
Let's do this.
The new college football show, Saturdays on Sports South.
Tennessee on a 22-5 run here in the second half. And they're going to need all of that offense because coming up next on Tuesday, Raquana Williams, the top scorer in the ACC last year, and her running mate, Shanice Johnson. That's Momo. Raquana is Bebe. Shanice, the player of the year last year in the ACC. Miami is picked to win the ACC this season, just like Tennessee's picked to win the SEC. And you take a look at the numbers right here. Raquana Williams and Shanice Johnson last year combined for 7 times last year to score 20 points in the same game. 5 times they combined for 50. Will Pat Summitt's defense let Momo and Bebe go off on the offensive end?
That's a great early season matchup here Tuesday night. Tickets are available.
I can't wait. I'm so excited for that game.
It'll be a big one.
It's a great opportunity for Miami to showcase what they've done and the great story that Katie Meyer has built down in South Beach.
Mayberry gets the ball in the lane, and there's a foul call as Sheely gets inside of the Tennessee defense.
And I might like to add this too, Bob. Not only is there Momo and Bebe, but there's Ray and there's Stroh. And then they got a little Pepper to mix it all in.
You got all this figured out, don't you? Sheely at the line, junior out of Englewood, Colorado. Hadn't scored yet today, looking for her first point. And she missed it. Not a good free throw shooter, 48%. She averaged 4 points a game last season. Got a chance to start 9 games last year for him. And she hits that free toss. And now the ball thrown in bounds and lost to Pepperdine.
40 minutes of focus is what Pat Summitt demands from her team. But you know what? If you get it all right in the first game, where are you going to go from there, right, Bob?
Right.
They got plenty to break down on film. They'll enjoy watching this tomorrow.
Look at this Pepperdine. Their last basket was at the 19:03 mark in the first half.
And Jasmine James just can't get a jumper off. Everything she's doing is a scoop shot or a leaner. It's the length of Tennessee that has bothered her. But I'll say this too. We didn't see any zone in the first half out of Pat Summitt's team. We're seeing it here in the second half because that was what Pepperdine was doing, was spreading them out and going off the bounce.
Third foul on Emerson.
Or Pat Summitt's just messing with Katie Meyer and giving her another defense to prepare for on Tuesday night.
Ball kicks it out. Good look, Strickland. That's nicely done.
And they got their offense going. I'm telling you, it's the insertion of Massengale gives the team just a different feel. Much more confident in understanding what their roles are. Look at her, middle of the floor, 3-on-2.
Strickland again. Not this time. Rebound goes to Pepperdine. Ball knocked away, loose. And Pepperdine comes out of there with it with Mabry. Massengale comes over and ties her up, picks it free. Outlet to Strickland. Strickland controls and missed a layup, and then fouls. Couldn't quite get the handle of it and picks up her second foul. Debbie, I think you're right. With Massengale out there, this looks like a different basketball team, doesn't it?
It does. It's a true point guard. A point guard that I say understands the 3 W's. Who to get it to, when, and where. The other thing about Massengale is 3 straight years in high school she won the state title. This kid's a winner.
There's a nice drive by Emerson, gets the basket, and she's fouled on the play.
You know, she's bright, she's articulate, she's very intelligent with a high basketball IQ, and most importantly, she's humble. I really think she understands what value she brings. But you know what? You got to give Pat Summitt and her staff credit because they told her how important she was last year in March.
Yeah.
When they said, you're coming in here to be our starter, we need you. And she got herself ready to handle that role for Coach Summitt.
Vicky Ball leaves. That's her 4th foul. And she'll sit with 12:33 to go in the game. Here's Emerson trying to complete the three-point play, and she does. Comes from a basketball family. Her mom played at Southern Cal. 61-30. Simmons now into the game for Tennessee. Short on that shot, but there's Johnson to finish it up.
See, we didn't get to see Simmons and Massengale play together in the first half. Now, I'm in tune to this right here. I want to see what that looks like.
Across the lane, the bounce pass. In trouble. Getting it off underneath. Menton shots blocked from behind. Strickland, I think, got a piece of it. Spaney runs the other way. Pull-up jumper. Followed by Johnson, no good. And Shealy rebounds for Pepperdine. Gets it to Jackson. Jackson pull-up jumper. That's no good. Emerson runs it down. And Pepperdine will reset.
Tennessee in their man-to-man. See, watch, they're going to space it out a little bit. They like to run that high ball screen.
Bell will take it herself and miss everything. Ball loose on the floor. They fight after it, and it's going to be a jump ball. Emerson and Glory Johnson on the court, scrambling after it. Alternate possession will stay with Pepperdine when we come back. Lady Vols lead at 63-30.
I love this game. This tradition. The energy. The drive. The fever pitch. This game is about teamwork. Are you ready?
Dish Network, the official satellite TV provider of your Tennessee Vols.
We remember when people went out of their way to make sure you were more than satisfied. It was back in a time when service was about caring, and we took more time to listen when people spoke. This is the same way Click Funeral Home approaches your family's time of need. As an area leader in service and innovation, we offer cremations, pre-planning, natural burials, and a concierge service to take care of every detail for you. Click Funeral Home, our family, serving your family.
When inside feels more like outside, it's time. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, a higher standard of comfort.
If it's too cold indoors, you need a natural gas furnace for warm air comfort. Call the #1 contractor in this area, City Heating and Air, Knoxville, Lenore City, and High Tech in Lake City.
Log on and like us on Facebook to join the conversation happening now.
Having a little snack here in the middle of a Lady Ball basketball game. 11:22 to go in this game, and Tennessee's opened up a 63-30 lead.
Well, Tabor Spaney is doing a nice job of spreading the floor, running hard in transition. Nice little lead for Glory Johnson. She's got 4 assists, Bob. She leads the team in assists right now. That'd be a great unselfish number for Tennessee if they had a different player in assists. Would speak to their versatility and their ability to share the basketball.
Well, I think it's a very unselfish basketball team, and I don't think they really care about who gets all the glory. They just want to get to a Final Four and win a championship. There's a foul away from the ball, and an illegal pick is going to be set, and that's going to be on Emerson. That should be her fourth.
Emerson was trying to call for the basketball. She had Megan Simmons on her down on the block and was trying to take advantage of her size.
Emerson goes out. McNorton back in for the Waves. At halftime, Tennessee led 36-21. It's been a totally dominant Tennessee team at both ends here in the second half. Strickland hands it off to Spaney. Spaney double team in the corner. Gets the ball somehow to Strickland, who scores on the baseline. Nice pass from Spaney. Debbie, one thing about this Tennessee team, I think that it's a very good passing team, especially with Vicky Ball underneath.
I think it's imperative that you understand spacing and understand who can score where, and sharing the basketball and playing at a fast pace will give everybody a chance to be able to score.
Foul is on Megan Simmons. It'll be her first and Tennessee's 5th team foul, not a shooting foul. And the Waves will bring it in. Inbounds past Jackson. She's been quiet this half. She missed that shot, and Simmons picks up the foul, her second.
It has not been easy for Jasmine Jackson, the target of Pat Summitt's defense and their preparation.
Jackson hasn't scored this half. She'll go to the line right now. That's the second foul on Megan Simmons. And Jackson fires the free throw, and she missed it. Jackson, the West Coast Conference Defensive Player of the Year, had 78 steals last year. Jackson will try it again. Hadn't scored this half. Now she has her 9th point. She had 18 in their exhibition game. 65-31.
Listen, she's going to have a lot of big games for them to have a successful season. She'll be tough to defend. She's so versatile off the bounce and very fast.
Massengale finds the open Strickland. Back out to Massengale, now to Simmons. Simmons calling for a pick. Going to take it to the baseline and lost the ball on the dribble. Knocked out of bounds by Pepperdine. 4 seconds on the Tennessee shot clock. Simmons to bring it in. Now a whistle away from the ball, and a foul is going to be called, a holding foul on Mayberry.
Yeah, Mayberry would not let Manning cut to the block, and this is an out-of-bounds play that Pepperdine worked on a lot defending. It's Strickland with the up screen for Manning. There it is right there. She's supposed to cut to the other side.
They lob it at the rim. The ball batted away and stolen by Bell.
That's not very good execution by Tennessee.
Jackson thought about it. Now she explodes to the basket and draws a foul on Strickland on a hand check. And now Strickland picks up her 3rd foul. Jackson's got that real quick first step, doesn't she?
She certainly does. And you were talking about Emerson's mom playing in college. Jackson's mom played was at San Francisco State, was a 2-time All-American.
Jackson at the stripe, as this will be a 2-shot foul. Jackson today just 1 of 4 at the free throw stripe. And now 1 of 5. That's very unusual for her.
Yes.
She was an 82% free throw shooter last year. Having one of those days, trying to get to double figures on the afternoon.
Well, this is what she does. She only made 12 threes last year. Not a three-point shooter. She is a slasher.
Massengale tied up by Jackson. The alternate possession goes to Tennessee. This team last year led the West Coast Conference in steals, and they were ranked 4th nationally at 12.8. So they will ball hawk you. And Harrison traveled, lost her pivot foot.
This is the attention to detail that Pat Summitt wants from her team, that kind of focus.
14 turnovers for Tennessee. Jackson explodes to the basket, gets the bucket and the foul. Boy, that was a big-time move.
Strong and committed and not giving up on what her strengths are.
That's the 4th foul on Shakina Strickland. That was a blow-by.
Little hesitation right here. She gets just enough to turn the corner and attacks.
And she misses another free throw. She even laughed at that one. Just not one of those days. Long upward pass Manning to Simmons, the trailer. And Simmons going to be bumped and fouled by Bell. That'll be her 2nd.
That's a great play by Megan Simmons in terms of understanding the defense. She's already hit a 3 in transition, and she senses somebody's coming running out, so she puts it on the floor. Smart.
Tennessee going to take a timeout as Bell picks up her 2nd foul. As Pat Summitt wants to talk things over with her squad, and Julie Russo also talking to her team over there. Again, it's a very good learning experience today for this Pepperdine team. A lot of Lady Vols, former Lady Vols come back to watch the team play, and there's Shamiqua Holtzclaw, one of the greatest Lady Vols of all time.
the greatest of all time.
Yeah, I guess. Well, some people might say Candace Parker. She'd be right there. They'd be in the same sentence.
She won 3 national championships, a 4-time All-American here at Tennessee, along with Tamika Catchings, the 2 4-time All-Americans, and scored over 3,000 points in her career. An amazing career. And
just tremendous player, Shamika Holzkopf, from the day she stepped on the court here. And you see some of the freshmen who have started games for the Lady Vols. Massengale this year.
That's a pretty interesting list, considering there's 38 years and only 11 freshmen have ever started their first game here.
Simmons hits the shot. That's her 10th. Sitting next to Shamika Holzkopf, Billy Moore, of course, the longtime UCLA coach and one of Pat Summitt's closest friends. In fact, she coached Pat Summitt.
She did. She's a Hall of Famer as well, along with Coach Summitt. Won a couple of national championships in college, did Billy, as a head coach.
Coached on those USA Olympic teams. There's Jackson again going strong to the basket, and she's fouled.
And see, this is what Julie Rousseau can work on with her team. You get Bass on the floor, they post her up immediately. You want to see how your team responds to adjustments in game. It's a terrific job by her and her staff to recognize that and know in advance that this is what they want to do when Bass comes on the floor.
Jackson 11 points. Now 12. She might not miss this many free throws the next month.
Yeah.
As many she's missed today. Very unlike her. And she nails both of those. That's more like it. 14 points for Jackson. 67-35. Lady Vols led 38-21, and Jackson steals. Good look to Bell. Back to Jackson for the layup. Nicely done. Jackson was 16.
All of a sudden, you got Jackson's name on the tip of your tongue. That's what she can do.
Simmons in a hurry. Run and bank shot by Megan Simmons. Knifes to the basket, gives Tennessee a 69-37 lead. She's quick, isn't she?
She's very quick.
Fastest player, Pat Summitt says she's ever coached.
I know. She keeps saying that. And I keep thinking Shannon Bobbitt's got to be in that conversation.
Probably right, somewhere. Shealy can't finish. And Harrison trying to get rid of the ball, gives to Burdick. A couple of freshmen out there right now.
See, that's just a poor, right here. Poor, leave your feet. Brianna Bass has got to come back to the basketball.
Burdick just looks like she's playing a little too fast right now. Burdick. Good pass that time. Open look Manning.
Much better poised.
Yeah, that was a nice look that time by Burdick.
Burdick is going to be a special player here. She's got all the physical tools.
Bell throws up a runner, no good. But she's fouled on the play and will go to the line. Second foul on Bass. That does bring up an interesting point. We're talking about if you went to the national media, who would they think was a better player, Shamika Holzkopf or Candace Parker?
It'd be really interesting because if you stack up their credentials, you know, Shamika scored more points and won more national championships. But Candace had tremendous versatility and leadership
and was a dominant player.
And a flashy player.
Dominant, yeah. But Shamika Holzkopf about as good as it gets in women's basketball. Had a great career in the WNBA as well. Second shot by Bell is good. 5 points for her.
She has a wonderful story to tell about her journey through the WNBA and her battle with clinical depression. I've heard her speak about it. It's a wonderful message.
Bell gets the foul, and Tennessee will shoot free throws when we come back. But Tennessee's been explosive so far in this second half, and Megan Simmons with a runner.
Most companies give you reward points only when you buy something. What if a wireless network gave you points for doing things you already do? Like using your phone to go online or just sharing your opinion?
It's for you, Mom.
Who wouldn't want a network like that? C-Spire. Personalized wireless.
The perfect world adventure is one that's personalized for you. Register for a chance to win in-store or online.
How do I celebrate the holidays? Oh, I come to the mall, talk about Ford. Have you actually been in an F-150 before? Ranked highest in initial quality.
Where can I get one of these? These are nice.
EcoBoost engine in the F-150.
The power of a V8 with the fuel efficiency of a V6.
I really want to drive this thing, man.
I'm impressed. I take it right up here, hit the food court.
Now, get F-150 with up to $7,500 in total savings. Visit shopfordnow.com for more great offers.
It's a year-end celebration. I would go to the Ford dealership, honestly.
Recycling is all about responsibility. You're never too young, never too old, never too busy to help the environment, no matter who you are. Be a good sport. Remember to recycle your plastic cover bottle in the Eastman Red Top recycling containers next time you come see UT play. Thanks to Eastman, Coca-Cola, Waste Connections, and Food City. Good sports always recycle. It's the responsible thing to do.
I understand. Tennessee, a very impressive second half, leading Pepperdine 71-39. Bob Kessling and Debbie Antonelli back with you here at Thompson Bowling Arena. 7:59 to go in the half. Pat, Debbie, what have you liked about Pat Summitt's team here in the second half?
Well, the second half, I've liked their ability to run the floor hard each time down, because when you run the floor hard and ahead of the basketball, you create mismatch opportunities to take advantage of. And Tennessee has shot the ball better in the second half. They've backed off on their pressure, and they've gotten back to the core of their defense, which is their man-to-man. We did see a little bit of zone, but I only think she was just messing with Katie Meyer, the head coach from Miami, to give her something else to prepare for.
Here's Bass at the line, and she hits her third point of the day. Tennessee's defense has been terrific, holding Pepperdine just 27% shooting. Now the Lady Vols have upped their percentage to 51% as Emerson goes out of the lineup, and Bass, an 87% free throw shooter last year, it's 7 out of 8.
You know, some of those open shots, Bob, that Pepperdine has missed through the course of the game has something to do with Tennessee creating pace, as we see them play a little zone right now. You know, they make you play faster than you want to play.
Good look on the baseline. Nice pass from Jackson, and that's Kenny Williams, her first basket. Under 8 minutes to go. Burdick finds the open look. Bass a three. Crowd favorite, Brianna Bass hits her first three-pointer of the game, and Tennessee expands the lead to 76-41. It's been a pretty good second half all around for Tennessee, and there's a three by Mayberry. That's her first basket of the game. Simmons motors in the front court. The floater down the lane, charge. Out of control a bit. Third foul on Simmons. Seven minutes to go in a game. And again, Tennessee back in the zone defense. Different looks. Open for the corner of three. Rattles out. Look at Jackson go and get that rebound. Out to Bell. That three is good.
And they're picking up in full court pressure, working on their stuff right now for the West Coast Conference. You know, the other thing, too, is Pepperdine's got Oregon State and Southern Cal coming to play at their place. Those are two Pac-12 teams that are picked to do pretty well.
Simmons gets the pass inside, loose on the floor, jump ball. And Tennessee's going to bring 5 fresh faces into the game with 6:28 to go. Johnson back in, Baugh back in, Spaney back in, Massengale back in, and Strickland. Nice to have that much depth. It's a luxury for Pat Summitt. Good look underneath, and missing the layup was Patrick. Gets her own rebound. Missed that one, and Spaney gets the rebound. They ran a good set that time, got an open look, couldn't finish. Spaney will drill a three.
See, Massengale knows the best three-point shooter on the floor is trailing her. And so she just occupies the D enough to give Spaney a chance to set her feet.
Second half, Tennessee 6 of 8 from three-point range. Short on the drive. Stolen, though, and the layup is good by Patrick. Or check that, make that Cooney Williams. Ball's kicked by Bell, and a dead ball situation gets Menton back into the game. Katie Menton, their best three-point shooter, but she's not been able to hit one today. Menton 0 for 5 from three-point range. Spaney comes off a pick and misses, and Jackson yanks off a rebound. That's her 5th of the day. Good look, Menton, a driving layup. Nice break, 6 points for Menton.
Good job to run the floor hard by Pepperdine, using their speed to fill the lanes.
Baugh avoids the steal from Jackson, gets it to Strickland. It rolls off, and Menton rebounds for the Waves. Under 5 minutes to go in a game. Bell double teamed in the corner. Tripped by Glory Johnson, her 2nd foul. Check that. That's 3 fouls on Glory Johnson, pardon me. And that will send Jasmine Jackson back to the line. She wasn't scoring much, and suddenly a flurry here gets her up to 16 points on the day.
I've been impressed with her ability to go off the bounce, and she needs to make some more free throws, and I'm sure she'll work on that. But she's got to have a big game for Pepperdine to have a good year.
She's a senior out of Oakland, and she hits both free throws. 18 points now in the game. That matches what she had in their exhibition game. 79-53. Lady Vols have been in complete control, never trailed in this game. The game's never been tied.
Go to the Horn series. We haven't seen them run this set yet.
Massengale. Top of the circle. Gives to Spaney, open for 3 again. Wow.
Understanding time and score inside the shot clock. Ariel Massengale.
That's 3 three-pointers for Spaney.
Well, she hit 7 in the scrimmage against, or the exhibition game against Union.
There's a drive, and that shot's no good. Rebound goes to Shakina Strickland.
See Massengale come back and get the basketball.
Spaney drives in the lane. Dishes off Glory Johnson. No good, and the ball's knocked out of bounds by Bell. It will be Tennessee basketball when we come back. A very impressive second half, and the freshman point guard picks up an assist to Spaney.
Flow naturally. Introducing HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams.
State Farm, this is Jessica.
Hey, Jessica! Jerry Newman with a policy question.
Jerry, how are you doing?
Fine, I've got a little fender bender.
Oh, Jerry, I'm so sorry. I would love to help, but remember you dropped us last month.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. It only took 15 minutes to sign up with that new auto insurance company, but it's taken a lot longer to hear back.
Is your car up a pole again?
I miss you, Jessica.
Jerry, are you crying?
No, I bit my tongue.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
When I went into coaching, I never really thought about being a mentor. I think it's important that these young women realize that we do care. The same is true for me when I am seeking advice